Today, we confront a tension that runs through all religious life, the tension between law and love. St. Paul models a profound love in the first reading, expressing great sorrow and constant anguish for his own people, the Israelites, who had rejected Christ. His anguish is sacrificial. He would give up his own salvation if it meant theirs. Paul's sorrow reminds us that true faith is never individualistic. It is always focused on the salvation of others. But it is the gospel, the story of Jesus dining at a Pharisee's house on the Sabbath, that brings this tension to a head. The atmosphere is tense. Jesus knows he is being observed carefully. A man with dropsy, a painful swelling illness, is placed right in front of him. The Pharisees have set a trap. The question is not about healing, but about law. Is it lawful to cure on the Sabbath or not? In this moment, Jesus reveals that compassion is the true measure of God's law. The Pharisees believed that strict adherence to the Sabbath law, no work, was the highest act of holiness. Jesus saw the man's suffering and knew that preventing the alleviation of pain was a far greater sin than violating a strict interpretation of a law meant to serve humanity. When they remained silent, Jesus healed the man and then used a powerful, undeniable analogy. Who among you, if your son or ox falls into a cistern, would not immediately pull him out on the Sabbath day? No one could answer him. Why? Because when their own personal interests were at stake, a valuable ox or a loved one, they instantly prioritized action and mercy over the rigid rule. Jesus' question exposes the hypocrisy of a faith that applies rules strictly to strangers but finds loopholes for self-interest. The lesson for us is simple but profound. True religion is not about the loophole. It's about the heart. It's easy to create boundaries and rules that make us feel spiritually superior or safe, but if those rules ever block us from seeing a person in need, a suffering neighbor, a family member struggling with doubt, a colleague facing injustice, then we have turned the gift of God's law into a weapon of cold legalism. God gives us his word and his commandments not as a fence to keep people out, but as a framework for the highest form of love. Let us follow Christ's example, always choosing mercy over rigid judgment and never letting our rules get in the way of seeing and serving the human being right in front of us.